Welcome to Sin's Hotline. This will be the next 73 for Pisces. The intuitive messages I have for you before we start are without a turn. Oh, my apologies. I completely messed that up. Next without a turn and solid ground. So, like, next without a turn, right? It's like you didn't even have a chance to step up to bat yet, but you're already ready to play. Does that make sense? You don't need the prior experience to begin. So I don't know what that means, but there's some new offer coming, like something solid that's really going to be fruitful for you and bring a lot of like feminine energy out from within, which is good for manifesting, and it'll put you and your emotions in the right way. Male or female. So let's see what we can pick up on. You just haven't been happy in the past per se. Maybe about like, not like your whole life, but like certain aspects or certain people or circumstances that have happened. You really had to like, I don't know, like muscle through it is how I feel. You've just been chained to something for too long, and as you're coming out of it, you're in like a beautiful, like fragile state, maybe, like in your emotions, and you might just be like more selfish because of that. So if you feel like wrong, or if others are making you feel wrong for that, I wouldn't. You just don't need to be in union with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're holding on to a lot, and they don't see it, and maybe it's not their job to see, but maybe what you don't see is that in the back of everything, it's really bright and sunny, like Ace of Pentacles vibes. You're gonna get through it. You just gotta have to hold on to like your dictation, like your verbiage. You gotta hold back from talking and giving to others. Like, give to yourself where you would want somebody to give to, like where you want to give to others. You know what I'm saying? As you like, watch how your habits are with others, and that's what you need to improve on yourself. And it won't be like a lot of hard work. I know it might seem like it, or you're like, you might say, I pour into myself, like self-love, self-care. Like, absolutely, that's what we're supposed to do for ourselves. Like, that's our birthright. And a lot of us do perform like self-care rituals, so on and so forth. But if you see that you get disappointed by somebody else's actions, right? Just understand that sometimes it's a reflection of ourselves, and it's hard to grasp. But for example, if you go and get your mom a jacket, or like a sibling or one of your friends, and they don't react the way that you would want them to, or they don't seem very grateful, or it's like woe is me, or like it's not good enough, right? It's not really them who hurts us. Like, we don't their emotions might cause a chain reaction of how we might feel, but that's how we feel. It's our own feelings that we have a grasp of. If we didn't care about what we gave them, if we didn't have any strings attached, then, or any emotion attached to it, you wouldn't be upset if they didn't like it. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go about my merry way. I'm just gonna keep riding on off into the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Like, emotion free. But it's not like that, and that's usually caused by ourself. You know, self-reflection is key to understanding the emotion, and sometimes we have to I wouldn't say find a way to blame ourselves, but figure out where it stems from in our own subconscious, and why we are affected by others and their actions. So let's see what else we have. You're just not having to, like, I don't know, you're not having to work at anything. That's what whatever this is, whatever communication is about to come in, It's not gonna be as much as you want it to be. I'm gonna like just say that, like whatever's maybe like say your lover has been like keeping an eye on you, but they've been keeping their distance, right? It maybe for good reason. Like you don't need their energy. Like you don't need to have like any fight. Like you already have the Five of Swords. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need any more fighting. Just and you don't need to keep like allowing for it to like end begin. Even if this is a conflict with self. Because I see like a lot of self-reflection, a lot of like I missed opportunities that I could have like changed, but I feel like you weren't meant to go in the direction that you think that you were, and now you're just like on edge, like fuck, did I make the wrong choice? No, like you're good, you really are good, and you just gotta, I don't know, maybe take a deep breath and do self-reflection and be harsh with yourself, because the more harsh that you are, the more you kind of like, I'm not going to say belittle or degrade yourself, but the more you learn through your experiences, like, I did this wrong, what can I gain from it? You know what I'm saying? I genuinely acted in this way. Why? Like, why was my ego acting out in that way? What was I meant to prove in that time? Right? And I feel like you're doing a lot of self-reflection, and you're just like being really harsh with yourself. Like, don't be too harsh, alright? Don't like judge yourself too much, but do it to the point where it's healthy and like it's like good constructive criticism upon yourself. You know, I don't think this really has much to do with somebody else. I feel like this is going to stem from somebody else, but you're gonna have like the best self-reflection and the best growth. Like every day we change, we are not the same people. We do not think the same thoughts at the same time. Like we don't go put a fucking bagel in the toaster at 7:04 fucking 03 seconds every fucking day. Like time is a limit from within itself. So we limit ourselves based on time, when in reality it's the most valuable thing. But it's what I was just talking about this one of the other readings. It's just like we collectively just agree that 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time based on what our ancestors and what other people have given us, that knowledge. We just kind of like go about it, you know what I'm saying? But if we teach ourselves to dictate from within our own time, we don't feel so rushed. We can slow it down. We can slow down ourselves in order to properly get the time we need to self-care and not feeling so constrained by time. Time is only a constraint if you make it that way, if that makes sense. I'm gonna see what I can grab to close out the reading. My Pisces, I keep wanting to say Scorpio, but it's for Pisces. And if I have said Scorpio, I apologize. You're manifesting, like, I don't know, you're manifesting new things in your life, and that comes with ending things that might have been happy and celebratory from before, but it really ultimately leads to something new, like brand new and fresh and happy. But that's all I have for you, Pisces. Until we meet again.